Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So today's video I hope will be a very short and valuable one for you. And I wanted to answer the question, how good is stability on your weapon? In fact, the answer is very simple. It's great. End of video. So I'm just joking. Let's test it out and let's get some hard evidence. Let's see something that's actually tangible that we can take to the field. So I have two P416s. One of them is a custom, one's a military. They do varying damage, and I'm running the survivalist build, so it's fitting that I run assault rifles to do my tests. Now, these weapons are some of the most accurate weapons in the game, and it's very telling that, you know, how well you can get your stability to 100% with this thing. And so it's crazy. So let's look at how well they fire, both of them, in combat, and we'll be able to evaluate, you know, what's going on. Now, I do want to admit that I have some accuracy from my Araldi holdings, which I've purposefully worn. It did have some of the talents that I wanted. It has a filler upper and also has this talent here called Wicked, which gives me 10% damage to status affected enemies. Okay, so let's beam. I'm using a mouse, but it will still, we'll compare it to like maybe an AK. If you're thinking, okay, oh, that's just because you're using a mouse. It doesn't really make a difference, trust me. Okay, so that's how well they fire. You can pretty much gain 100% of your shots, and I will use a controller that I've already connected here, an Xbox controller, just to pretty much highlight how well these things fire. Okay, so this is my custom P416, and I can hit almost 100% of my shots. My accuracy is not the best, but if you notice, it just makes a whole lot of sense. This is the military P416 firing, and that also is doing a good job as well. Now, let's take away the mods and let's see what happens when there are no mods. When there are no mods attached to this thing, okay? Attached to both of them. Where's the custom? Oh, sorry, this is the military. So let's remove its mods as well. Now, you're not going to see too much of a difference. I've tested this and I've practiced. I've done this video like 3 different times. But you're going to see that there is a slight difference. It will only be visible or apparent in slow motion. So I'll help slow it down a little bit. And I've had to compensate a lot. And like I said, this is one of those stats that you will have to feel when you test it out. And there's a lot more compensation that I'm doing versus if I had, you know, if I had the stability mods. Now let's test it out on an AK-47. Okay, let's see what the difference is. And this AK-47 is not modded. Okay, and let's see, this is a controller, and I have this, and I have a little bit of jerk to the top right corner of the target, to the top left corner of the target as a jerk. You see that? I have to compensate to hit my shots, no mods. Now let's add some stability mods and let's see what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to use my Pro Red Outside, which gives me 20% stability. I'm going to use this magazine, which gives me another 20% stability. And this doesn't have a muzzle slot, so except I have a grip that gives me more stability, I'm not going to add any more stability. So let's look at the stat sheets on how much stability I have. Oh, there it is. And see how much weapon stability I have. So weapon handling, defense, skills. I don't see my stability here. Oh, there it is, 40% stability. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Okay, let's start that again. Let's see, reset. All right, so I had a jerk in the top left and I had to compensate. With the stability, I don't have that jerk as much as I did. See the difference? Let's do it again. And this AK hits very, very hard. Very, very hard. And so, big difference. Big. And this is with the controller as well. This is not with the mouse. This is just me using my Xbox controller. And I'm getting better results than I did without the stability mods on there. Okay, let's strip it again and then let's run that again. You see that jerk there? I'm compensating like crazy in order to get my weapon to actually fire right. And there's a big difference. Big. See that? See that? See how it just jumps over to the head of the target? That is what stability does for you. Let's go ahead and do some more testing. And let's try this on an RPK. Black Market RPK. Let me strip this one. I've been practicing, folks. So this has no mods at all, and so it has a top left corner jerk. The weapon handling is a little rough with this weapon. Let's look at the stat sheet and let's see how much weapon handling this thing has. Okay. Let's look at that. Hold up. So stability is 0% here. And so let's add some. Wait, it has the wrong weapon. I need it to be my primary. Okay. All right. Okay. It has 0% stability, 0% accuracy, 12,032 damage. Now let's mod this bad boy for some more stability. Okay. Nope. Do I have any stability here? Yeah, 20% stability. And I don't get any stability here, so I won't touch it. So let's go back to the stat sheet and see how much stability we have. We should have about 40%. Okay, 40%. Any talents on here giving me some stability? I don't see any. Any talents on this weapon that gives me more stability. Oh well, I have some I have optimized. It gives me some weapon handling. So if you want to be more objective, let's just try it with. I have another one here. Let's leave it. It showed already what the difference would be. So even with 15% weapon handling, I'm still getting a jerk to the right. But this is with all that stability. 40% stability. Look at me hitting my shots. Controller too with my RPK. If I had my mouse, I have to compensate a little bit, but not as hard as I had to. Let me try this one with mouse. So this is a mouse, right? Okay, let's try it again. Let me see if I can land some headshots. Yep, landed a bunch of headshots with it. Probably will not have been able to easily do that with the mouse. I could have without the mods, but this shows that there is a quality of life increase while using stability mods for your gear. And then that also, also goes to say that, accuracy also is very important. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying accuracy is not important at all. I'm just saying that when you have the opportunity to run some stability, make sure that you take that opportunity. I think almost 100% of the time. Somebody told me in the comment section today and said, hey, look out for stability. And somebody also said in the comment section a few days ago that stability was what I needed. And I've tried it out, and I just wanted to show you guys that it is one of the better weapon modding stats for you. However you want to run, whatever weapons you want to run, especially automatic weapons here. In regard to marksman rifle, I think the stability may not necessarily come too much into play. Accuracy is what a lot of people have recommended, and I think I agree with them. But, on further testing, I'll have to see exactly what would do well. Now, with this build, I will not be really running an LMG unless I'm like in a level 4 control point, which we found ourselves in one of those today. And boy, oh boy, we fired, and these NPCs, they will just not stop coming. They just kept showing up and showing up. And so that's all I have for today. I appreciate you guys' time and audience. If you look at many of your assault rifles, you look at a weapon like this, the MK16, it doesn't have a lot of RPM. It doesn't have a lot of base damage, but the base damage is actually pretty good. It's close to to your P416, but the RPM is really low. But if you look at its base accuracy and stability, it's crazy. You mod this thing a little bit, maybe give it some damage to elites, then you understand that definitely this is how you want to go with a weapon like this. You've already maxed out on stability, so you can start doing some fun stuff like damage to elites on a weapon like this. A weapon like this will serve you so well if you just put a little bit of modding into it, and you'll enjoy a weapon like this. A lot of people have said that this is, and the MK16 is not a weapon to sleep on. So go ahead and farm those mods in the level 3 control points, which are the alert level 3 control points, and get your weapons as stable as they possibly can, whether you're using a controller or a mouse. Now, I do understand that the way a controller will work on a PC will be slightly different because of frame rates and a whole lot of stuff from console. but I was just trying to depict that here in a video for you guys and stuff. So that's all I have for today. Please leave comments, leave your thoughts. Let me hear, leave your own tricks and your tips and your, professional opinions for me in the comment section, and I'll be testing them out because I want to be a better Division player, man. And I know y'all want to be as well. So thank you for sharing these ideas with me. And I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.